Hello everybody, welcome back with the Cranky Films channel. Today we're coming at you with another Bricky video. It's what is
Bricky
Warhammer
video?
40k timeline of 40k lore.
Oh wow!
Wow,
Yeah,
we're getting into it now.
I
The
thought
thick
we
of it?
knew everything that had to do with Warhammer.
we learned about all the factions. We didn't really learn about the timeline of the lore.
Yeah, we didn't know the lore. We learned about the factions, but we don't know everything
And
about
some of the
every
games.
faction. Yeah. So this is the timeline, but it's only 31 minutes. Honestly, not that long compared to his other videos. So let's go ahead and get straight into it.
Okay, let's see the King Bricky himself.
Yeah.
In the grim darkness of the 41st millennium exists the Empire of Man, a backwards carcass of an empire comprised of many devoted forces, gigantic robot knights,
Yep.
religious machine cultists, and incredibly heavily armored women, most likely with sweltering abs. And one must know
Oh yes.
what those abs taste like.
Damn right.
Oh no!
Oh.
Oh my god!
I know.
How to buy it.
Wow.
You cannot diss
Sweet
the abs.
six-pack. Oh my god! I can't believe this
My
is the thing.
Gamer Sups flavor is here.
He has his own?
Sweet
My man.
Six-pack
That's
has
cultured.
arrived. A delicious and refreshing cherry pineapple blend.
Oh.
Play the
Yes.
sound.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yes,
Oh my God.
Bricky
I wish.
official Gamer Subs flavor is here.
That's hype.
Sweet six
Congratulations.
Not only in regular energy mode, but also in caffeine.
Hey guys, you gonna
free.
try that
The
out one
cherry
of these days?
pineapple
Oh.
flavor
Heck
is
yeah.
not the kind of flavor that just smacks you in the face. It is light, it is refreshing, and it's one of those things where you sip it and you go, not bad.
Tastes like
and next
sweat.
thing you know, you are having your
Tastes like
fourth
sweat.
refill the same day. And it is
That's
available
crazy.
now.
Fourth.
Link in the description. Use code Bricky for 10% off your entire order. Not just for this, but for everything you buy. And I'm
Wow.
not dumb. If you buy any
Oh.
of these tubs, regular, caffeine-free of my sweet six-pack flavor, you will get a Muscle Girl 32-ounce shaker
fuck.
completely
That man's
for
selling
Hey,
me
guys.
on it.
there are only a couple thousand of those shakers, so get it while
That's
Hey
supplies
Brandon,
crazy.
buy me one. Buy me
I
one,
cannot
Brandon.
believe we
I
finally
just
have
might.
this, but I told everyone, like, once you find out the flavor, you'll be like, yeah, that tracks, and damn straight does it track. Sweet six-pack available now.
really got the
Code
hypest
Bricky,
art.
link in the
I
description.
know he does.
I feel like you guys are already ordering
Hopefully
this.
one day we get a hype art.
That'd be
What?
hype.
Are you guys already ordering this?
No,
We're watching.
I'm watching this
The
video.
video.
Dude. You're crazy, bro.
Bot
The
6.
age
Honestly-
of knowledge and
Oh.
enlightenment has ended.
Really?
Oh,
The age of darkness has begun.
when did it? Actually, that's. Wait, pause that.
What?
Okay.
I actually, when we were watching the past Bricky videos about Warhammer, I actually was, not concerned. How do I say? I was curious
Yeah?
on how it all began.
Oh yeah.
Like, what happened? How did it just
The time
start?
before the war happened in
Yeah.
Warhammer. Peace, equality.
Well, it was basically a paradise.
Oh.
From the sound of it.
Well, we don't know. I mean, it's just there could have been small wars instead of a galactic war.
That's true. Well, let's play.
I was kidding.
Roughly 60 million years ago, there existed aliens.
What?
And these
Oh.
aliens lived short, painful lives. They belonged
my
to
gosh.
radiation-stricken worlds and often died
Aw.
of various cancers before the age of 30. These
Damn.
aliens, the Necron tier, looked up to the stars and found extreme beings of real power. Beings with the ability to create
Ew.
life. The Old Ones of the galaxy. They asked these Old Ones for help. Please cure us of our ailments. To which the Old Ones said, piss off. So the Necron tier gathered
Yeah.
together and did the
Okay.
sensible thing. They declared war upon these old beings and were promptly beaten into the dirt back to their short,
Yeah.
painful lives.
Yeah.
In the
That
world
sucks.
of Warhammer, there is a hell. This hell is not like you and I know it. It's more of an afterlife, a place where dead souls end.
Not the songs.
This place has many names: the Empyrean, the Sea of Souls, the Immaterium, and the Ether. But mostly, we just call it the Warp. While you and I know of Hell as a place of horrors and punishment, the Warp isn't really that. Not in the beginning. It's energy, but the kind of energy formed from thought and soul, psychic energy, where the dead souls of people end up in a place that is impossible to understand. No laws of reality exist. Like, time is merely a suggestion, and it is not something that can be braved easily. The Warp would be like sailing the ocean in a pirate movie. To jump from your ship would be certain death. To stay in the sea for too long on your boat could drive a man mad. And there are many dangerous things lurking in those depths. Yet, the sea is not evil. It simply is. Mostly. There are more malevolent beings in those waters, areas that you do not sail towards. This would be known as the realm of chaos. The realm of chaos exists in the Warp as a special area led by 3 chaos gods. Khorne, the god of combat, murder, and slaughter.
We stand Khorne.
The pile of skulls taken in his name. Tzeentch, god of change, mystery, and deceit. A confusing paradox of lies, schemes, and sorceries. And
Nurgle,
god of rot.
Gross.
Genshin Impact. All things rot in the end. And Grandfather Nurgle is waiting for you with open arms. These gods ruled their respective realm in the Warp, sending their many followers against each other in the great game to be the most powerful of all the gods. So the Warp exists. Hell is real, parallel to our galaxy, with the realm of chaos and its gods fighting for control. But there are also gods of real space, gods of the normal world too. They're called Catan, and they eat stars.
You think?
Oh, okay.
Excuse me?
Yeah, they eat stars. I don't know what to say.
Okay.
What they do, they get one and like, this tastes like strawberry.
No, they eat the Milky Way because it tasted like a Milky Way.
That's actually crazy.
Milky Way, oh my goodness.
Yeah. Alright, let's get it.
God stays in heaven because he too lives in fear of what he's created?
These star gods saw the plight of our poor Necron tier and how the old ones cast them aside and said, you know what? You guys want immortality? Oh, we will make it happen. We are the gods of the tangible, of real space. We can give you a cure. So then they ate all their souls.
Yep. We learned about that in other
into robotic automaton.
Oh, I remember this story.
Their souls and leaving a hollow shell of an intelligence left. That is
these guys were so cool.
Immortal. With the power of an entire species' souls, they turned their new robotic slaves on the old ones and hunted them to extinction. The Necron tier, now the soulless, undying Necrons, got their wish at the price of their souls. But we can count the number of kind gods on an amputated hand. With time, the selfish star gods turned on each other, fighting one another for more chances at glory and power. With this, the leader of the Necrons, Zarek, the Silent King, the man who doomed his species when he accepted this deal, waited, planned, bide his time until he seized the perfect moment and turned his legions of undead citizens against the star gods. Gods cannot be killed, but they can be broken. So Zarek broke the star gods into thousands of pieces and locked them away in vaults, taking their free will away as they did to them, and sealed them away as basically Pokemon to be used as weapons in the future.
Clefairy. Oh my god.
Zarek then, with his perfect memory, exiled himself for his sins, flying out to the darkness between galaxies to atone for what he had done. This entire situation, the genocide of the Old Ones and the rebellion of Zarek, will go down in history as the War in Heaven. It is the most brutal war the galaxy has ever seen and ever will see.
That's
kind
kinda
of
wild.
that took an entire galaxy-spanning species and pitted them against gods that ate stars. The Necrons, rather crippled from, you know,
that's
the
kinda
War in
wild.
Heaven, decide to go to sleep in gigantic tomb worlds on various planets until the upstart species of the galaxy died out. And so turns out when you have a war that lasts tens, hundreds of thousands of years and involves the genociding of multiple species, the Old Ones of the galaxy, and the consumption of souls from an entire race, the warp gets a little wacky. You know, if you had a kiddie pool and it was nice and calm, Korn is over there splashing about, so you don't really go in that direction. Nurgle has explosive diarrhea, so you don't really go in that direction either. But you can still kind of get in the pool. The pool's still fine. Turns out when you add a couple trillion souls to that kiddie pool, it'll make the waves a little more turbulent. And turns out a lot of them like to pick a side, Nurgle, Tzeentch, or Korn. So the once calmer warp, the once relaxing kiddie pool, has now been bloated. 1,000,000 years of war will certainly make Korn, god of murder and slaughter, more powerful. 1,000,000 years of war will probably make Tzeentch, god of deception and change, a little more powerful. And good God, 1,000,000 years of war will make Nurgle, god of decay, just the tiniest bit more powerful. Now, entering that kiddie pool is no longer fun, it's dangerous. The warp is now a problem. Hell is resembling hell a lot closer to what we imagined it originally. The Sea of Souls and the Realm of Chaos are now intertwined. So who else to brave the galaxy than a species that won't need to deal with that?
Dude, the Necrons are cool.
They are. They're very cool.
I want to learn even more about the Necrons, to be honest. Because they are the origin of this whole shit, right? Because we started off with them. I want to see, like, it would be sick if there was like an animation, right? Or like a movie of like the Necron war against like the Old Ones.
Oh my god, that'd be awesome.
That'd be hype, dude.
Even like a little animation would be sick.
Yeah, like a small glimpse of what it would look like.
Yeah, they should do like a movie of every like age, like how Bricky is introducing it. Every single of those titles is a different movie.
Yeah, like a short film.
Who knows, though, we might be able to see it like if we try out some of the games.
Yeah,
like, there might be cutscenes and stuff.
Maybe,
we'll see some glimpse of certain stuff in the games, which is sick. We gotta check out the damn games too.
We definitely do, yeah.
All right, let's continue. The Age of the Eldar.
The Eldar are.
I remember the Eldar. I love the Eldar.
Yeah.
Think of
right.
Elves,
I remember that.
And then Slanesh is gonna be coming soon.
Ears, bit more androgynous looking.
Yeah.
I will tell you, and a bit stronger on the emotional side. The Old Ones, as I mentioned, could create life, and when they were getting, absolutely bodied by the Catan and the Necrons, they made some new races to try to help them. One of them was the Eldar. It didn't save them, but they're here now anyway. Oh, and also the Orcs, but
Orcs
busy right now.
Sorry, man, Orcs are cool.
They are cool. You like orcs so much.
Orcs are amazing.
Psychically powerful race. So they were really adept at being able to handle the new turbulent warp of chaos and good at killing Necrons, hence why they went to sleep. Being psychically gifted is basically like being a wizard, but you get your wizard powers from hell. This is called being a psyker. And basically, if you want to do cool wizard shit like lightning from your hands or reading someone's mind, you can do that, but you siphon the energy to do that from the warp. Luckily, the Eldar are very good at handling this without too many negative effects because, summoning power from the Sea of Souls with the new Chaos Friends can be a
just watch that game
bit of an
trailer.
issue. But Eldar are pretty good at it. And you see, what's really cool and also awful about Warhammer is that most developed species travel long, faster than light distances by going through that warp. They create a tear in reality to unreality and move through it. Faster than light travel? Cringe. We go through hell itself to deliver your packages. For those of you who play Minecraft, you know how the nether is like a pocket dimension? So moving 10 spaces in the nether is actually moving something like 1,000 in the real world. That's basically what warp travel is. Just much like in the nether, there are a lot of things that want to kill you. The Eldar found a way to do so in between realities. Not regular reality, not the warp, something else. A purgatory of sorts, a fabricated psychic realm that allowed them to travel without fearing the negative effects of the warp. The Eldar were the perfect fit for the new galaxy, and they took it with open arms and pointy ears. The empire of the Eldar spread everywhere, and it spread all the way until now. The 21st century. That's right. While you were watching
I remember there's loads of them.
TikTok, the space
the NPC,
and they did so for quite a long period of time.
NPC, man.
Dude, oh man, just it's so cool that we understand what he's talking about after watching his past videos.
We watched so many.
Yeah, we did, and they're long too.
They are.
Yes, they're long. So sometimes we might be a little fuzzy.
Yeah, we are totally.
But
the Eldar, man, I'm so stoked. I love them. I love Psychers. I want to learn more about Psychers, really.
Yeah.
Honestly, because they're so interesting. Maybe other races or other big people in the lore that know. The Eldar, man.
Yeah.
They have some stuff coming. I can tell.
Oh yeah,
in this video.
We have to know. We have to know. He cannot talk about that.
Yeah.
Let's see how humanity started off with. Probably dying a lot.
Humanity.
They're probably dying. You get it.
We know how to be friends. The 21st century came and went. Humanity grew and grew, all under the nose of their elf overlords. At this time, humans advanced, your classic sci-fi style way. We began to expand, colonize our solar system, terraformed our planets, created new and more powerful machines and starships. The age of Terra, also known as Earth, but we call it Terra here, was here, and existed between the 21st century all the way until the 15th millennia. Not much is known about this time, not much needs to be known. Humanity grew up, sought the stars. It's classic. Then came the years between 15,000 and 25,000, the age of technology, or to some, the dark age of technology. This is when humanity reached a new apex of technological understanding. When you think of sci-fi, there's a lot of things you can think of. Star Trek, maybe Star Wars style, you can go cyberpunk dystopian. The age of technology was deep sci-fi, like a scientific prowess that fringed on magic. This is also when the first ever psychers began showing up in humanity. Individuals with the genetic mutation to be able to access the warp, and then because of that, travel through it. Humanity was no longer constricted to their early ways of travel. With warp travel, they could go anywhere in the galaxy. They equipped ships with gigantic AI machines, with everything you would ever need to know about mankind, and sent them out on colony ships to expand their influence across the galaxy. This was truly the golden age of humanity. And with every golden age, there is a fall. While the new human upstarts of the galaxy were reaching new levels of technology and prowess, the Eldar were engaging in
debauchery.
What happens when a species has everything? You can produce unlimited food out of nothing. Your need for farmers and workers, gone. You have dominated the stars and have created a fast travel system that doesn't rely on the dangers of the warp. You have nothing else to do. You have no struggles, no problems, and feel as if there is nowhere else to go. Well, you begin to experiment. The Eldar started harmless enough. You know, you take a serious interest in your species' culture, your arts, paintings, poems, plays. These are Eldar, elves, remember? Their emotions are heightened, more powerful than us humans. So your plays get louder. They start to push on the limits of your hearing ability. Your music becomes different, more deranged. It pushes the boundaries of what is art. The visual spectacle of art becomes more bizarre, more delusional, more eccentric. And let's not forget a very important sense. Touch. Pornography is one thing. Brothels is
No,
another. What if they all
don't do
mixed?
it.
What if your brothels were part of your art and music? And what if those became more deranged?
Yeah, we're going down slowly.
Debauchery were not just met, but shattered. Next thing you know,
Oh,
murder
wow.
is commonplace and often mixed with the art, music, and sex. Pain is a common byproduct of entertainment. Whatever sensation you can have must be increased,
You guys are
must
wild.
be enhanced, must be taken to the limits. The Eldar Empire slipped into a nightmarish realm of debauchery and excess, with the worst of it taking place in a city in the Webway, a black market for these kinds of heinous acts known as Kamara. Some Eldar saw the writing on the wall, saw what was happening to their species and how far they had slipped. So they boarded continent-sized starships called craft worlds
Craft
and
worlds are
left
cool,
their
dude.
empire,
And they
seeking
dipped,
a
yeah.
more enlightened, calmer existence.
Those
among their
guys are-
peers. Some
Yeah.
The lucky ones.
Yeah, the craft worlders.
Yeah.
They gone.
They're the ones that got
They
away.
left.
Yeah, they left before
the
they got
ones that got away.
corrupted.
Oh my god.
Dude, like I said, all the giant like frigates, like the ships in Warhammer, are so cool to see, man.
They are cool.
Especially like the craft world, like what they're massive.
They are.
I think in this other video, it's like almost as big as a planet, just
Yeah.
traveling.
Yeah, that's so wild.
Yeah. Oh man, Warhammer is so cool, dude.
It's so
So
awesome.
damn cool. Let's see what happens to this race.
Oh yeah.
those in Kamara pushed it to even greater heights, relishing the pain and torment they inflicted on those around them. All during this, the warp, the yin to the yang of the world, was fed by these emotions, by the psychic power of the Eldar, by the souls taken in these depraved acts on a galactic scale. And just like that, Eldar ended. Slanesh, the fourth god, was birthed into existence and consumed
some of my favorite
the souls
lore,
of 90%.
honestly.
Yeah, you really did like Slanesh when we learned about her.
Some of Slanesh, the Eldar, man, it's like some of my favorite part of this lore entirely. I find it so interesting. I love these guys so much.
Yeah, it's like it's unique how everything
it's very
happened.
much, very much unique.
Yeah, it's so good. Yeah.
Of the Eldar population. Those that fled were spared
the
worst of it.
And
those
I really love Slanesh, but and the whole Eldar lore. But if I had to follow one of the gods, I mean, it'd probably be Nargle. But like,
yeah, we did learn a lot about Papa Nurgle. We are loved by him.
Yeah.
We don't
He loves
feel
all.
anything. But
Papa
happiness.
Nurgle loves all.
Yeah, that is true. Nurgle will probably be the best one. 100%.
For real.
So, Cornstain. Just get it.
in the Webway and Kamara were able to stave off the pull of Slanesh so long as they continued to commit horrid acts of torture and violence. But for the majority of the Eldar, their empire died with Slanesh's birth. The new fourth Chaos God, she who thirsts, the god of unspeakable excess of pleasure, pain, hedonism, and perfection, had been born. With the fall of the Eldar Empire came the ruin of humanity. Slanesh's birth sent storms in the warp across the galaxy, making travel between star systems impossible. Coupled with a huge classic AI rebellion, as a staple in these sci-fi settings, humanity began to suffer the age of strife. Now, planets that relied on intergalactic travel were completely cut off. Long-range messages, normally sent through the warp, were snuffed out. If you were a planet that was great at mining stuff, but couldn't get food, well,
GG.
you know that movie about the rugby players in the mountains? Oh, and because of these insane warp storms and fluctuations, psychers began to appear among the human population a bit more often. Now, this initially had them hunted down as witches, because that's pretty common in this setting, but some deemed it right to protect them. Unfortunately for those people, psychers, because they open a gateway to the warp, don't really know how to use their powers well, and they kind of attract demons.
Yeah.
That was the first thing we ever watched.
Dude, you know what? That is so true. I'm pretty sure now if we go back to watch it, we'll understand,
we'd understand
more.
it a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember we were just like, what is he doing? Is that thing evil?
Is it talking
Like,
to us? You know?
Is it talking to us? Oh man, honestly, I was such a good cinematic.
It really
But
was.
yeah, if we watched it now, you're right. If we watched it now instead of the first thing we ever watched in Warhammer,
Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense.
We would probably identify. Oh, this is this type of.
we
mixed
probably
marine.
would have. Yeah.
Yeah. It's cool
Oh look,
though.
it's we probably been like, yeah, it's a psyker.
Yeah. It's a psyker.
And he's
Yeah, those two robot things. Yeah, they're just psychers from this faction. Yeah, that's sick.
yeah.
But you know what? It introduced us to it.
Yeah.
And now
I'm
look at
honestly,
us.
I'm glad.
Now look at us. We
Yeah.
watch I don't know how many videos
know.
on Warhammer now.
Yeah, and we're still
I
amateurs.
lost count.
Yeah, we still are. We are really amateurs still.
And we're getting there, bro.
Yeah, we're loving it. We're loving it. Let's get it.
We loving it.
Conduit of sorts and begin to slaughter the population of your planet. The Age of Strife was a catastrophic period of time for humanity and set back their progress tenfold over the not one, not two, but 5,000 year period. During this time, the age of humanity that we know began to form. Worlds equipped with large mechs for agriculture began to equip them with weapons to defend from alien and demonic invaders. Over 5,000 years, this became a custom and tradition, dubbing them as Night Worlds, a feudal society of honor-bound knights in gigantic robots that uphold the chivalric code to defend their worlds and honor. A group of individuals on Mars, after radioactively bombing their planet to become inhospitable to human life, ran their entire lives underground on the few life support systems keeping them alive. Those technicians who could work on the machines and keep them operational were revered, and over 5,000 years went from skilled members of society to full-blown priests. The cult Mechanicus, or tech priests of Mars, formed in the ashes of the Red Planet with a religious fervor and doctrine on the cult of the machine god. And
I remember those guys.
Barbarian tribes waged war across the planet in a Mad Max style of blood and gore, until finally, a mysterious man who lived in the shadows of Terra for millennia finally revealed himself to the populace. His name was the Emperor. He deemed himself the Emperor of mankind. Where did he come from? I don't know. Why is he 10 feet tall and the most powerful psyker of all of mankind?
No clue.
I don't know. Why is he basically immortal? I don't know. Where'd Cotton Eye Joe go? Who knows? But he's here, and he isn't happy with all of you ripping up Terra. So he began the Unification Wars, where he and a very early version of the famous Space Marines, the Thunder Warriors, reunited Terra under a single banner. With blood. Then, after taking over Earth, he reunited the Thunder Warriors into the fucking dirt. This is where we get the Imperium of Man, also known as the Imperium. The new faction headed by the Emperor of Mankind, with a treaty signed with the cult Mechanicus on Mars to spread out and reunite humanity after the catastrophic Age of Strife. But first, the Emperor is going to need some smaller versions of himself. 20 of them, 18 of them.
Yeah, all the space religions.
Crafted sons of the strongest human to ever live. All of them possess unparalleled strategic power, intelligence, formidable strength and size, a real powerful force to unite humanity and stop the chaos of the current galaxy. Speaking of chaos, you ever seen that image of that guy? It's like throwing the baby like a basketball.
No.
The Chaos Gods intervened and grabbed the 18 Primarch gestation pods and yeeted them across the galaxy at a whim, everywhere they could possibly go. A galactic game of keep away. So the Emperor had to get them back. So begins the Great Crusade, a crusade across the stars.
Wait, so my man they just gone?
Yeah.
Did we learn about this?
We did not.
We didn't know though. This is the first time hearing about
really
them getting yeeted across the stars.
Oh man, now I want to learn more about the Primarchs.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
See, all we learned was what the Primarchs do, and they were gene crafted from them before.
Yeah.
Now we learn that they're just they're gone.
Yeeted.
They're gone.
Because I remember specifically first hearing about the Emperor and the what he basically does. I really I want to learn a lot more about him. Okay, I'm getting excited and I'm getting ahead of myself, and we gotta watch it.
Yeah.
to reunite not just humanity, but the Emperor with his fallen sons. The first to be found was Horus.
I've been Horus.
One of the strongest and most
God.
noble sons. The Emperor carried with him a legion of newly crafted warriors with genetic material made from their Primarch father. These are the newly made Space Marines. For Horus, his were the Luna Wolves. And as the Emperor continued on his Great Crusade, he found more and more of his sons, reuniting them with their individual Space Marine legions. Leman Russ, the cunning hunter with the
Wolves.
Space Wolves. Rogel Dorm, the Phalanx with the Imperial Fists. Angron, the Barbarian, the very angry.
Yeah, this is Angron. Yeah.
We just learned about this, yeah.
With his Emperor's children.
I
And
thought those guys were so
Jagatai
cool.
Khan,
Yeah.
The Swift, the Stoic, and his white scars. Those were just some of the 18, and one by one his lost Primarch sons were returned to him,
Salamanders.
and their Space Marine legions returned to them. The Great Crusade saw humanity once again reconquer the stars, returning worlds of humanity back to the Imperium and killing any and all who stood against their noble crusade. But in the years of the 31st millennia, treachery would break this all apart.
Yup. Horus Heresy.
Horus, the Emperor's most beloved and favored sons, named War Master for the Crusade, succumbed to the power of chaos and daddy issues, all because of that bastard Erebus. Yo, fuck Erebus. Slowly,
Yeah.
Horus would become corrupted, turning the Emperor's sons against him. This begins the most pivotal moment in our story, and the one that has like 50 books written about it, the Horus Heresy. 9 of the 18 Primarchs turned against the Emperor, and the following years were a bloody battle for the throne of Terra. The Emperor originally was working on a special webway project, just like the Eldar, to make faster-than-light travel significantly easier and safer, really improve humanity to allow them to conquer the stars without the risk of the warp. Well, this big red idiot named Magnus kind of blew a hole into that, literally and figuratively. So Big E over there is stuck on a gigantic golden throne, holding back the oncoming rush of demons and powering the Astronomicon, basically a big North Star for people who are sailing in the warp to help them navigate. The Horus Heresy saw many loyalist and traitor legions pitted against each other in a bloody war until it reached Terra itself. Horus, unable to break through the lines and with time running out, made a gambit and opened his ship up to be boarded. The Emperor took this challenge, quickly allowing someone else to take control of the throne as he teleported his way onto Horus's flagship, the Vengeful Spirit. The Emperor, unable to truly kill his most beloved son, changed his mind right quick when Horus strangled the life out of his other son, Sanguinius.
No.
I'm sure you've seen this image at some point. The Emperor then said, "I'm not gonna sugarcoat it," and proceeded to psychically blast Horus into complete oblivion, killing not only his body, but also his soul.
Yeah.
Horribly wounded from this duel, the Emperor is returned to the Golden Throne in order to keep the demons at bay and power the Astronomicon, because without it, humanity would be flying blind. There he sits, slowly dying from his wounds and the strain of powering the Golden Throne. The only thing keeping him alive is feeding upon the souls of 1,000 psychers every single day. This was 10,000 years ago. We are now in the 41st millennium, modern day. Warhammer 40,000.
Yes! Dude, the Emperor's crazy.
He's cool, man. He really is.
Like when we first learned about the 1,000 sacrifices a day.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Yeah, that's crazy. And then it'd been on for that long. Oh my god, man.
Oh, my man's so cool, man.
Yeah.
My man is so cool.
Go ahead.
It's like, things could have been so much different if his sons never betrayed him. Maybe life or humanity would have been better.
Man.
The humanity would 100% be better. They're making a webway, and they didn't have to go through the warp. They would have been chilling. They would have been straight up chilling, but nope. Horus happened.
But nope, they got greedy and did the greedy.
Chaos Gods feels bad. Let's get it.
Remains on his throne. The Imperium is a rotting carcass of an empire, a fascist, xenophobic cult that worships the emperor as a deity despite him never wanting to be seen as a god. Over the span of 1 million worlds, the ecclesiarchy, the church of the emperor, is spread throughout. Inquisitors with unparalleled power root out any sign of heresy or lack of devotion to their god emperor. The other half of the traitor legions move about as chaos space marines, raiding and pillaging the Imperium, while the loyalist half does their best to keep the empire alive. All throughout this, they must endure orc invasions, Eldar trickery, the reawakening of the Necron race, and the Great Devourer, the newest tyrannid threat from the darkness between galaxies that has arrived to feast on their worlds.
Ouch.
The theme of Warhammer 40,000 is regression and intolerance. Every major faction in Warhammer has had an empire that spanned the galaxy only to be crushed back to a hollow shell of what they once were due to their own failings. Culture, the arts, personal freedom, religious tolerance, the simple possibility that alien life might not want to kill us is considered heretical and is often met with a pistol to the head. There is no time for these things. All there is time for is worship of the God Emperor and a million wars to be fought. To be a human in the 41st millennia is 99% of the time to live a horrible existence. To be one of trillions of other humans across a million worlds throughout the galaxy. A galaxy where AI is outlawed, so humans are repurposed and lobotomized to become slaves. A place where lack of devotion is met with death. And if you even have devotion, there is a good chance the threats to the galaxy, chaos, and aliens will kill you anyway. Warhammer is a world where you revel in being bad. There are protagonists, there are antagonists, but every faction is some shade of evil. Because playing the bad guys is always more fun. And my friend, you have a selection.
There's a lot.
Pick up that las gun soldier. You and the other 3 million men and women in this single deployment on this single world in this single battle will now show them the might of the God Emperor. That weapon in your hands has killed 99% of the alien populations in this galaxy. Unfortunately for you, soldier, you're fighting the final 1%. May the Emperor be with us. Glory to the first man to die, for in the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war.
Yo, dude.
Another good one, Bricky, bro.
Oh, the heat.
That was so good.
Dude, this goes hard.
Wow.
That's epic flame, brother.
Thank you, everyone. I hope I have helped teach you about Warhammer.
It
if
teaches
you
a
are
lot.
a brand new person and you want to get a bit more about the world, there are multiple books that
All
do a
those
great
books?
job showing off how the entire universe operates. For the most part,
goodness.
Warhammer is a setting, and often stories are told in that setting with a Warhammer coat of paint. Gaunt's Ghosts is Band of Brothers, but Warhammer.
Oh,
It's honestly one of my #1 recommendations for new people. Assassinorum Kingmaker is an assassin novel involving those night worlds. This is Mission Impossible.
What's up?
I love reading, and oh my gosh, I would totally read all those books.
Yeah, it'd be hype. It'd be hype
cool,
to read them, man. It would be.
Christ, man.
Oof. And he's recommending these ones for beginners. Who knows?
Yep.
Who knows? Might have to check them out, man.
But Warhammer. Bloodlines is Blade Runner, but Warhammer. And the list goes on and on. If I had to recommend a brand new novel for a first-time Warhammer enjoyer, these are the 4 I would recommend. Horus Rising, Caiaphas Cain, First and Only Gaunt's Ghost, and Infinite and the Divine. They are all fantastic novels, and they will get you acquainted with the world without needing to know too much. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Get yourself a Gamer Subs flavor.
Yes, sir.
Enjoy the
Yes, sir. Cold Bricky.
pack. And if you're curious and you want, you know, just a little lord, you can find him in the description as well on my merchandise store.
Yeah, make sure you get his stuff.
Thank you for watching.
Totally.
And may the God Emperor be with us.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Dude.
I couldn't ask for anything else, bro.
Dude, this is so good, man.
I know it is. I know it is. I know what I really love, and yeah, we learned a lot of things in this video that we've already seen and heard of, but I really like that because it's really solidifying all of it into our mind. Repetition is a part of learning, and that is just, it's amazing. But I feel like there's just so much that I still don't know.
Yeah, there's
like I feel like we've gone over the basics and then like the gist of a lot of the information over a couple times. I really feel like there's like, because like I remember learning about the assassins, right?
Yeah.
A couple videos ago, we learned about like the 4 different kinds of assassins. We learned the gist of each, and then we moved on to the next faction. I really want to like if there was like a video series you guys could recommend, if you know anything or anything you want us to, we should check out, maybe like a website or something. Because like I really want to go over each one of the factions, because like I said, we just learned the gist of each of them. There's a lot. We learned all about them, and we were able to recognize them, like the Mechanicus and like I said, the assassins. But we're not really, and God knows we've learned a lot about Space Marines, which we love. But I really just want to like sit down and learn a whole video, or watch a whole video on one of them.
Like super in
depth. I want to go in depth on each and every one of these factions, because I think they're so awesome, man.
Yeah.
I really want to do that. Also, like, God, there's so many like worlds and locations and places. I'd also like to learn about the locations they're a part of. I just
there's so much stories that we could read too, because you know, like you were saying, all those books had their own individual story in the universe.
Oh my gosh. I have not read books in a while, but when I do read, like I tend to go on like a big reading kick where I read multiple.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I would love to read all these books. It'd be, honestly, hey, who knows? Maybe we can figure out a way for us 3 to like read them, maybe on like a stream or something.
Read it out loud. Yeah.
Goodbye.
People do that. Well, Zeus. Yeah. Bye, Zeus. Me and Brandon over here.
Oh, Zeus, man.
I'm not reading.
Well, we can read to you, big bro. You're interested in this.
I'm just gonna cut up in my bed. You're gonna read to me.
We give you a cliff notes, brother.
We're gonna put the stream set up in your bedroom while you're trying to sleep.
Oh no, the stream should be called Zeus's bedtime. Oh my goodness.
No. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching. Bricky is godlike and explaining us the lore. If you have any other recommendations, go leave it down in the comment section below. Warhammer, SCP, anything really. Like Brandon said, anything more in depth on any of the factions, really. Go ahead and let us know in the comment section. We really appreciate it. Once again, thank you guys for watching. If you guys liked the video, like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget the post notification bell. And remember, stay cranky.